Hi everybody, welcome back to Game of Thrones. This is episode 2, just kidding. Welcome back to the channel. This is Area of Effect, this is our D&D session. I've dubbed this as Steam Jammer, just because of, it's kind of like space piratey type stuff, but right now the crew is currently in Waterdeep, down below the yawning portal after getting a contract or livery from a query, from our sortie. Jesus, not a query. I'm all out of it. From a one of the sponsors of the Opal Corporation to help track down her sister who's been lost for hundreds of years. Down deep below here, who was once an apprentice of Hallister hundreds of years ago, and she's been trying to get in contact and has not been successful. The party made their way through the first level of the what we'll dub the Undermountain, and are currently right in the beginning of level 2, the second level of this dungeon of Hallister. And the party stumbled across this goblin bazaar slash market where there's about 40 or so goblins that are just kind of like hanging about. One of the things that the party noticed is there are these markings of loyalty that some goblins have had on them in the shape of an eye. And after having some conversations, found out that this kind of ties them to Xanathar, one of the folks who operates a guild within Waterdeep. But all the goblins here that do have these markings seem to be burned off, cut off, mutilated in some way because they seceded from that guild in hopes to create their own little society here under the guidance of Yek the Tall, who, upon having conversations with some goblins, discovered that he has some type of circlet on his head that's magical that turns him into like a really, really handsome human male. Hence why they call him the Tall, because he's taller than all the other goblins. After some kind of investigating, kind of shopping around, talking to folks, and actually having a conversation with Yek, actually came to find out that this Yek guy isn't exactly the greatest dudes to. Some folks in the party have taken issue with his mindset, as they're currently building a auction stage in the middle of this goblin bazaar, in hopes to sell high quality gems and diamonds and other items that could fetch more coin, but also auction off slaves. And after going into this chamber where Yek kind of hangs out on this heaping pile of these rags that are moldy and like torn and ripped up and stuff, it's gross. It looks like an episode of Hoarders. It's not great. Um, Notice on the back wall there's a chained up to the wall with both hands, kind of like hanging there, dwarf, with like a really rough cut off beard. Like it's like very stubbly and like rough. Looks like something that somebody would do if they were like maybe like cast away and they're like trying to like trim up their beard. They don't actually have any tools. This episode, we have plenty of sounds from Sirenscape. So if you have not, you can connect in there. There's some sounds and tunes in there. But Zia's taken kind of offense after having a conversation with one of the goblins. I believe his name was Sticky Glumbottom. That the most of the goblins want to usurp this Yek the Tall character, and basically just like, hey, can you like remove this curse that's upon him by removing the circlet from his head? And when you do that, or when you make a move, we'll make sure all the goblins get out of the way. We kind of ended the session there. We pick up with Oberon, Tyrion, Niklaus. You guys are kind of loitering about in the bazaar area, in like the market space. And then Zevatir, you just had a conversation with um, this dwarven-looking character that's chained up, and kind of gave him a heads up, like, yo, when shit goes down, I got you. But whatever you guys would like to do, now is your chance. Depends on your next move. Z, what are you doing in the space right now when they were kind of standing in front of Copper?
Why is this doing this? There we go. Sorry, with my new monitor setup, like all of the scenes are all like overlapping, and I'm trying to fix them all at the same time. Yeah, there we go.
Get IT down here.
Fucking something, dude. I'm gonna have to adjust everything after we're done tonight. So I came in to like give a good once over on this dwarf individual. Last time I asked him if he could still fight. I do want to. Excuse me. As quietly as possible, I do want to convey to him that, like, obviously I'm not from here. I don't agree with what's going on, and that he'll be out soon.
He just kind of gives you like a really slow, kind of like very slight nod. You see there's like almost this fire brewing in his eyes as he's looking around the room at these other like goblins that are hanging about.
I'll swing back around. Gek, how much did you say this? What was the price you placed for this individual?
I believe it was about 3,000 gold pieces, if I do recall. I don't really know. This market is very new to me. Market of slave trade, that is.
Right. All right. Do you have any other specimen that I could take a look at?
He's the only one I have right now. Didn't want to get too much stock if we didn't have the means to unload them, because you have to feed them, make sure they're still living. Don't really have the means to do that yet. Plus, there's a cost prohibitive to keep things alive. You know this.
Right. Yes. Yeah, I'll just spend like more time. I'll just try to kill as much time as possible waiting for everyone else, trying to like feel out the atmosphere. Keep giving him a once over, and I'll just have like banter back and forth with Gek about.
Yek.
Yeah.
Silver's in there with you. He's just like kind of next to you, hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Klaus, what are you doing out in the market at this point?
I'm waiting for Zevatir to get us all riled up and go in there.
So you're just waiting.
Putting an eye on him, making sure he doesn't do anything too soon.
Okay. Oberon, as you're taking in the sights of this market, you notice that Haleth is kind of loitering about, kind of like in your space. And he seems to be kind of like a bit focused on something. He's like just staring off into the distance for a moment.
Yeah, I'll try to follow his gaze to see what he's looking at.
He's kind of looking over in Niklaus's direction. And then he kind of like tilts his head to the side a bit. And he's kind of, you hear like a low, like he's speaking to himself. No way. and he begins to move in the direction
Yeah,
of.
I'll kind of like sidle up beside him and just. I noticed a curious look on your face there, Halith.
One is here. Betrayer.
One of.
So he's currently beelining for this room that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just kind of be following along with him.
Okay. Tyrion.
Oh.
You notice that one guy that seemed to have like a interesting connection to Haleth has like kind of not sprinting, but he's like walking with purpose now into towards this room that Zivatir and Silver are kind of in at this point.
For starters, I'm assuming this place is lit up fairly well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Thank you. I would just like to see in case shit goes south.
Oh, well, hold on. I got you. I'll give you a torch, but also there needs to be on this map, because there's definitely light here. It's not like range right 20. Damn, it's going to be 60. Okay. Probably just like a couple here and there around the space. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, good call.
Yeah, after Z and Niklaus and Silver originally went in there, came out, and Z gave his little pep talk of, if Niklaus was playing the orc where, his goal ride time, Terry's just going to kind of keep a hand on his mace and just kind of quietly putz around and just look at everything, and then seeing Haleth marching with a purpose, Tyrion's just going to kind of like follow behind him at a little bit of a distance, just to be safe.
Niklaus, you see him moving towards your direction, and he moves into this room, out of your sight.
I'm following him. He looks angry.
Oberon, you were kind of following, kind of tandem with him, right?
Yeah.
And Tyrion was a little bit behind.
Also, I guess passing Niklaus, I'll just be like, Halith mentioned something about a betrayer?
Uh-oh.
And then I'll just keep following him, but not wanting him to get out of sight.
So you come in the room, and he's walking straight towards this dwarf that's there. And he's like standing in front of the dwarf that's kind of now like, he's kind of like dangled up on the wall, because he's about 4 feet up off the ground, so his feet aren't touching, but he's kind of like chained up. And Haleth is just gonna look at him, and he's gonna be like, I know you, even without the beard. You did this to me. And he's gonna attack.
Ooh.
He's just gonna punch him right square in the fucking face. Let's see, what's he got? He's gonna fist punch his face. Ooh, that hits.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
I'm just gonna be like looking back at like Niklaus and Tyrion, just be like, should we be doing something, or is this fine? I've been a bit out of it lately. I've been working on some things in my head.
Oh, yeah, he actually does get that. He does get, okay, he gets that. And then he gets this.
Jesus.
Shit.
Instant death. You just like see him just walk up and just wind up and just punches his skull right into like the like stone wall, and it's just this horrible as like there's like the head just kind of lops over, and Haleth just looks at his fist and he goes, 3 more.
Holy shit.
That rings off the bugbears in the room to immediately are not okay with this. We're gonna show all NPCs. And they are going to immediately engage in battle. So if you guys want to roll initiative so you guys can make your we can figure out what order turns that goes on as like Haleth just nuked this kid.
Oh god, I'm so ready for this.
Yeah. Me roll.
And
for-
how well do we know Haleth again?
We
Well-
rescued Haleth from a pit.
He's in a
Yeah.
pit. He's some type of undead.
And
We know
his-
that he
his
wants to kill the
traveling-
rest of his old crew.
Yep, his traveling party killed him, dropped his body into the pit, and by some means he has been brought back to life, and is apparently part of the same cult that Tyrion is part of.
It's not a cult. You belong to a cult, you fuck.
Yeah, the cult of people against slave trade.
That worked
think-
so nice to hit a button and it just changes the sound.
Oh yeah.
This is amazing. Shit. Okay. So let me see if there's anything that happens with him after.
Man, we all rolled like ass.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's. Nothing really happens there. Okay. Damn, there's some screaming.
That's part of.
Got a goblin out
That's
in the
part
other
of.
room.
Yeah, 100%. They're auditioning for Sirenscape.
The goblin in the other room already started yelling. So, let me roll for Yak. I don't know if he's gonna know that you guys rolled in with him. Let me check something here. Just wisdom check. Let's see. Wise. Okay. The bugbears are going to make their way down the hallway. 10, 20, 25, 30. Squares are 5 foot each.
Copy that.
Whoops. They're gonna move in. They're just gonna. They whip out like this morning star, and it's kind of rusty and old, and like you can tell that these weapons that they have been like scrounged up from like probably different areas of this dungeon. So it's not like they made these, more of like they were procured. He's gonna try to attack Haleth. He misses. The other one that was kind of up in the corner is also going to attempt to attack Haleth. Where are we? Here we are. 3. Dog shit. The majority of these goblins right now, can I do this? There we go, are going to start, whoops, oh motherfucker, making their way the hell out of here. Okay, 5, 10, 30, 5, 40. Okay. Gonna be like right, they're gonna end like right here. These dudes are gonna be about right there. Hello? There we go. So the goblins are just beelining out of this room. They don't want no smoke. Did you want any kind of opportunity attack or anything like that? Or are you just letting these dudes just flow out of this room?
Oh man.
I
For
will
me?
say,
Go ahead.
Tyrion having the least amount of information on a majority of these people is just gonna kind of let them skitter through.
Okay. Niklaus?
I'm waiting until we show aggression.
Are you just moving to the side so these folks fly through the hallway here?
Yeah, I got out their way.
They just pile
Oh.
through you, and
That's fine.
If you're waiting for
Kind of.
aggression, is about to happen. Because the fewer of these
I'm
fuckers,
sure it is.
the better.
Oberon, you kind of catch this. You're kind of caught off guard a bit, but
Right.
currently you're the first party member to kind of react to the situation.
Yeah, and I
Initiative of 12.
so myself and Niklaus and Tyrion don't know what was happening with Yek and
So
Z.
me and you are the only two who aren't fully aware.
Right.
Klaus, Z, and Silver were the ones who went in to talk to him, essentially.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna see bugbears coming on all sides, and I'm just gonna be don't worry, everyone. We will take care of this man. Pointing towards Haleth. You all get out of the room. We'll take care of it.
Make a persuasion check.
Mind if I do?
Okay, pretty good. 27, pretty good.
It's but not good enough.
Is that all you're doing for your turn? You're just gonna hold your ground there?
Do you think that would be an action or a bonus action to do that?
I will say a bonus action.
Okay. And I'll move up to Haleth, and I'll try to be very quietly to him, just be hey, play it cool. And I'm going to just use a minor illusion, but make it so little wisps of magic start wrapping around him. But they won't actually do anything. It's just a visual thing.
Yeah. Okay. These dudes are not very smart.
I can make a deception if you would like.
Yeah, sure. I'll roll. We'll compete deception against insight. Okay. You do that.
That will be my turn.
Okay. So Yek's going to come up, and he's going to just. And he's just going to, in his human form, he's going to yell out, he's like, "If this one is your charge, then you owe me 3,000 gold pieces for the loss of my product. Bugbears, stand your ground for right now until this transaction is completed." So he kind of pulls them. The aggression seems to be halted for right now, unless somebody's planning on doing anything else.
Hi, how are you?
Dang it. I mean, I got half that. So are we semi out of initiative, or are we?
I'm giving anyone an opportunity to do whatever they would like to, because it's not like Yek is it's kind of coming into a store and breaking I don't know, breaking a very expensive pot, and they're like, "Dude, you better pay up before things get rough." So it's kind of a conversation at this point, out of initiative.
Yeah.
He's giving you guys the opportunity to kind of say what you're going to be doing.
I'll kind of be looking at Z and be like, what was the worth of this guy from? I sort of not sure what's going on.
You will see that Z's eyes are purple.
That's not great.
And he will say, not nearly enough.
I mean, I have money.
I'm a firm believer that you can't place any amount on an individual's life. And I will walk. And I will walk. And I will walk.
I'm like starting to like count the gold in my little coin there.
Silver kind of watches you walk by. Silver's here.
Yay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Oh shit, he's connected and everything.
Yay.
I was just about to say, like, I would assume you would see Z walking up. Do you have your weapons out right now, Z, or are you just walking up to this dude? He's just back to you right now.
Oh, I know. As I'm walking, I will remove them from their scabbards.
Tyrion, roll d20.
Oh shit! Oh, hang on. What? I got 5.
You feel like this kind of sensation from your pack that there's something kind of it's almost like an intuition of sorts that you should be pulling something out of your pack that you've used many times in the past. If you catch my drift.
I think I.
Something to do with your god.
Okay, I think I'm following this direction. I'm just gonna assume I'm on the right hold here, and I'm gonna pull my scale out.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So, Tyrion pulls out this. How big is this, Tyrion? Is it almost like a handheld version, or what do you think?
So the way I perceived this scale for me is it would actually kind of hang either more off of my bag or kind of like on my hip on my vestments, just kind of like a loose thing that was always there.
Even better.
So,
you hear the clanking of like the metal as it's kind of like moving on its own.
Hearing it, I'm just gonna kind of like look down at it. Which way is it leaning?
You tell me.
Oh fuck!
Let me. I will double check something. Okay. I probably.
Excuse me.
You get the sense that as you're watching this scale tip back and forth, it eventually lowers on one side, and there's like a small flame that glows in the little kind of recess on the other part of the scale. That's telling you that whatever you think is right. Because Niklaus, you notice this as you're standing next to him. I'm sure you guys have probably seen this on him, like in the last time that you've been kind of walking around. It hangs, like he said, loosely on his side. But this is really the first time he's pulled it out and it's actually done anything. And Niklaus, you see this kind of shift and move, and weighs down to one side, but you notice that both sides are essentially, there's nothing that differentiates it to yourself or anyone else. It's a very symmetrical scale, so like you can't interpret what this is doing. So like if is this saying yes or no to Tyrion? That's up for him to decide.
Just got real philosophical.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming. So I'm gonna go on a limb and say this reacted to Z moving up to Yek, or has it started since Haleth killed the dwarf?
There is a faint glow from your scale, and as you kind of look around the room, you notice that above Yek's head is this red, kind of translucent, almost blurred crown that's floating above his head that mirrors to the top kind of molding of this scale you have. So the scale itself kind of tells Tyrion, and you've noticed in the past that it doesn't. No one else can see this crown that it's making the decision for, or that it's passing judgment on. Only you can see this because you're in possession of this scale. So you know who this scale is judging at this point.
Okay. Yeah, I guess seeing all of that, looking from the scale to looking around the room, Niklaus is just gonna watch as Tyrion just kind of slowly lets the band that's holding the scale back down to his hip, and his hand's just gonna transfer from the scale to his mace, and he's just gonna start slowly unpulling it as he grabs his shield.
Nice.
What's the call here?
Tyrion's kind of finish bringing up his ear, and he's not gonna full turn to look at Niklaus. He's gonna kind of like give him like a little head turn and side eye.
He must pay for his crimes.
That doesn't help.
I'm also a bit
I
lost.
don't know who you're talking about.
I'm gonna
Should
put
I?
my
Like, I
sword
have
through
my
his
money out.
back.
What was that, Oberon?
I was just saying, like, I have my money out. I'm wondering if we're still maybe planning on paying him.
And from your angle, Oberon, why don't you make an attack roll on Yekzi with your scimitar?
While walking up, I would like to to hit him with the old hunter's mark.
Okay.
And yeah, I have several attacks, but I'm going to do my best to give him the old impale through the back.
So
there.
Hunter's Mark is verbal, so he would hear that.
Oh yeah, no, I've been talking the
Here's
entire
him
time.
whispering.
What I mean is his back is towards you, so.
I'm not being
Don't
quiet.
DM for me. Don't DM for me, please.
Okay.
I have been talking the entire time. Let me see here. Why is it not? Why won't it let me target him? Or is it?
What do you mean?
Is it letting me target him?
Yeah, you're targeting him.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right, one scimitar to the back. Oh.
Misses.
For reference for those of us just saying Yak, how tall is he roughly?
Like 5'10".
Okay, so right around Tyrion's height. Got it.
Yeah.
I do have 2 attacks per action. Do you swing again?
If that's what you're doing.
100%. God damn it.
Guy's slippery.
Apparently.
You try to thrust your scimitars, and it kind of goes right by his side, and like something's something strange going on here. Don't know what it is. It's not like it doesn't connect. Or it's not like it connects and doesn't do damage, just straight up misses. And it's confusing you. And it infuriates Z.
Sure does.
Silver, are you doing anything? You kind of watch as Z just waltzes up and tries to put 2 blades in this guy, and it seems like something seems off.
Yep, Silver's just gonna let it play out.
Okay.
It's
O'Brien,
gonna be
you see that.
like I have my gun out in scimitar, but
Yeah.
not at all
Okay.
moving to attack or.
Okay.
Yeah, can I tell what is off about it, or can I even notice that something's off at all from this distance?
Why don't you make a insight check? Yeah, sure. Hard to put your finger on exactly, because you watch as Z walks up, and as you just kind of finish moving some coins around and kind of making sure you got like your half, kind of making sure, and you look up and you see as Z tries to make an attack, and it's like it doesn't seem like an attack he should be missing, but he does, and it's weird. But you don't know.
Does Yek like react?
No.
Can I do it? I guess I'll try to cast a detect magic in that area.
Well, there's the magic that comes off of this this circlet on his head, but that seems to be about the only thing. Some type of transmutation magic, illusion type magic, but you're like, okay. But that seems to be the only thing that seems to be magical.
Well, if Yek doesn't seem to react at all, I'll still try to be like, look, I have 1,400 gold pieces right now I could give you. Is probably enough to buy anything that you would want in any place down here, I imagine.
Interesting. The lowest I can do is probably 2,500. Or else his life. You can just turn him over to me and I can just replace the stock with him.
Who is he referring to?
Haleth.
What is it that you want with?
His life with Haleth's life?
Yeah, like he's just like, seems like he's just, you destroyed something of his and he's like, hey, you better replace it or pay for it.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
So he's-
Silver. Did you miss that part? Haleth went and beat up that goblin, or the
He
prisoner
beat up
there,
the dwarf.
or the dwarf. Yeah.
Yep.
Haleth killed the dwarf prisoner.
Yep,
In
just
one
shot
a
him.
single punch.
Okay. All right.
Straight went over, just like nuked his ass. That's why all these, the goblins that were in this room ran out, and the bugbears started to move forward, and Oberon had basically said, "Hey, like, we can pay for it." Or
Yeah, I was like,
basically
we'll
tried to
take care of
convince-
this guy.
And Yek's like demanding money for his product.
Okay.
Or now he says, I will take your rowdy friend in exchange because it seems as though he's pretty strong. I get a good, pretty amount of coin for him if he's your charge.
Is there anything magical about contracts in D&D?
No,
Unless like otherwise stated.
certain entities can make contracts that are magical, but not like
Okay.
in passing. Yeah. Feywild creatures, devils, things like that.
Okay.
Well,
But like
I'll be
random goblin? Hell no. That'd be amazing though.
There's got to be one out there.
There probably is like a
Probably.
demon devil
Yeah.
goblin.
pretty good.
Write that down. Write
Yeah,
that down.
I'll hold out my gold pouch, but I'll be like, this is all I have on me. 1,400.
1,400. Okay. Are you guys, Niklaus and Tyrion? What are you guys doing?
I've reached down to my gauntlet and kind of like flipped a switch on, readying it.
Okay.
It's booting up, but I'm holding it back
Windows
still.
boot.
Yep.
Fucking Windows boot sound. Just, like, fills the room.
That's all Tyrion hears.
Watching Z kind of swing out at Yak and hearing Oberon, Tyrion's gonna look from his left to his right and then back to his left, and he's just gonna start moving towards Yak, just weapon drawing, just kind of like spinning it in his hand as he makes his way towards him.
He looks. Are you with the very fine-looking fellow there with the stuff on his face? Like, he's starting to get a little bit nervous. He kind of looks around. He's like, eyes. These bugbears kind of move in to each one of his sides. They're gonna try to live right there to kind of at his side. They've got these, like I said, really shitty morning stars. Not great. Yex is like, odd way to bring me money. Weapons drawn. Odd. Strange. Z. He seems to be like not even focused on you at this point. But he's still just standing in front of you, just talking now. He's heard the speak of gold, and he is intrigued.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty set in my ways. So, are we in initiative order? Like, are these actual turns? Like,
I'm letting people organically do whatever they like in the moment. It's now come back to you where like I want to give you a shot to kind of pipe in of what you're doing. Because it's not like they're not really aggressive right now because Yek seems kind of a little bit hesitant in what's going on because now Tyrion's moving up to him, but he's under the assumption there's a transaction that's going to happen right now. And he didn't even notice you attack him with his blades, almost like he heard coin and he is just like hyper focused on money. But I would assume you're still gonna go for the stab. So I said, hey, this is your shot now.
yeah, I'm perplexed at what happened before, like missing completely. I'm gonna slowly line up one like square in his back.
Like almost like an inch away, and you're just gonna
Yeah.
thrust it in.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll with advantage then.
That'll do it.
Oh, that one will finally hit.
So let's do. So it's gonna do the normal damage plus 1d6. That's already got it added on there. That's better.
14 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Are you pulling your blade back out after you stab him?
No, I'm gonna bring the second one up.
Okay.
And I don't know, maybe like less than half an inch from the other blade. Do the same
Sure.
thing.
Yeah, roll with advantage. Well, that will definitely hit.
That'll do it.
I rolled the exact same 2 die.
I did.
Whoa. So, you stab into him with both your blades, and you notice that the blade itself kind of you don't really notice until you get the other one in, but his body is very cold, like unnaturally cold, and it kind of throws you for a little bit of a loop where you're like, it almost seems familiar to interactions you've had on your travels earlier when you were in a group that maybe Tyrion hasn't experienced yet. As his head kind of like, your blades are still in him, so you're kind of holding up this body for a second as you feel the weight kind of begin to he's not holding himself up anymore. And his head kind of sways down as he's dead. And
Oh,
there's
I wanted to say
what?
something to him.
Oh, you can say something.
I'm gonna, as he's like slumping down and the breath is leaving him, I'm gonna lean down into his ear and I'm gonna say, I don't think you understood. A life has no price. But where others are priceless, for what you've done, you are worthless. And then I'll pull my swords out of his bag.
Okay. You can see as the body begins to kind of shrivel and kind of, now there's this little bit of like not mist, but like kind of this cool smoke, almost like coming off a humidifier that's kind of emitting from his body as he is in the process of moving. He almost flash freezes and smashes into the ground into all these tiny pieces, but there's something that remains. And what was assumed to be this this goblin that was transformed into human is kind of growing as there's this flash of light, is this hideous kind of almost skeletal looking like small young dragon that cracks its neck as the bugbears kind of see it and they're like, what the fuck? And now we'll roll initiative again, since it's been like a few beats, because I know everyone kind of rolled like dog shit. Silver didn't have a
Oh,
chance.
come on! Fuck off, dice.
Oh, sorry. Sweet. So you see this this kind of, like I said, this white kind of red-eyed skeleton-looking type dragon, smaller, maybe about I mean, I say smaller, but he fills this space in the room right now. He's, about 15 feet wide and about 20 feet tall with his long neck. As he now you hear him kind of crack his neck and turn and looking straight at you, Z. And he's like, "You have ruined my operation here." At the start of the round, he's going to use one of his lair actions. These guys are really close. It's perfect. To essentially, one of his wings flings out, and this ice, dagger of sorts flies and smashes into the chests of these bugbears that are right next to him. And they begin to kind of spit up, and they kind of throw up a bit. And what was there at one point, which was two of these bugbears, their body turns into a husk, and peeling out of their body are these two very familiar looking ice type snakes that you have encountered in the past.
Ooh.
It's all coming together.
They're not going to be able to have really a turn here, because they're just kind of peeling out. The other two bugbears that are near you, Oberon and Haleth, are going to just be like, "What the fuck's up with the boss?" And they're going to try to run away. 30. Are you making any attack of opportunities, Oberon, or are you letting these guys bounce?
No, I'll let them go. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Haleth doesn't seem concerned with them. He was just he did what he wanted to.
Does he seem like he's going to be fighting with us, or likely not? Now that he's killed his.
Hard to tell.
Okay.
Hard to tell. Well, they have a little bit more movement. To Niklaus. Okay. Silver, you're up. You noticed that this strange circumstance has kind of occurred now, and there's this large kind of dragon that you've almost only heard of in not myths but stories, like this pale off-white dragon with skeletal type scales with red beady eyes that roam the astral sea. So this kind of seems familiar to you, but you haven't encountered one. But there's like I said, now there's husks of bugbears that have been incubated, almost transformed by this dragon.
Okay. Now, would I have seen one of these before or no?
No.
Okay, I've just maybe heard myths of them.
Yes, you're like, I didn't realize this was a real thing, because stories passed around on ships in the astral sea talk about this type of dragon, but none have seen the light of day after encountering them.
Okay. Now, do I is that the extent of the knowledge that I know about them? Is it just that I know
It's definitely a dragon.
it's a dragon? And
It's definitely a dragon. I'm not sure how often Silver has encountered dragons IRL, except for the one that you guys encountered on that random asteroid in the astral sea that flew way up in the sky. But that's about it. Dragons are pretty rare. Like, this is definitely like a sight to behold.
Okay. All right. Well, so I was gonna say now you've done it, and then how long can I use an action to infuse an item?
I think. Where are you? Abilities. It's whenever you finish a long rest. You're
Okay,
able
so I
to
can
do it.
do it
So
at
it's-
no other time besides after long resting.
Correct. So basically, like, it's one of those things where, and JD, you can correct me if I'm wrong, where you, like, you spend the time during your long rest to work on imbuing things with magic, so it's not like a quick action, it takes time for Artificer to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it's short rest too, or just I'm looking at the book right now.
I mean, paper says long rest, but it takes
Okay,
the
so
time of a long rest.
yeah,
Well,
I mean,
like,
you still get the long rest, but it's like you do it at the same time.
Okay, all right, that's
Yeah.
what I was wondering.
And then, like, when you infuse something, Rob, it remains indefinitely until, like,
Yeah.
you die.
Okay. Yeah. Since we did like a weird time to level up, I didn't. We haven't had like a rest since then.
Right. Yes.
So,
Right.
so I'm
Correct.
still. All right. So I'm just gonna. There's no exits behind me, right?
No,
Like on the
this
wall,
room is
so only has the
this
one
is
exit.
strange. Yeah, it's just the one exit at this point, which is on the opposite side of this beast, in these two, like, ice snakes that are almost exactly the same as what you encountered on Luna. Or Luna, Jesus H. Makes it go all the way back.
Can I hold a move action or no?
You cannot.
Okay.
You can hold a dash action, right?
You can only hold an action. So, like, if you had an action where you would attack or pop a
Hey,
thing,
Loon.
or yeah, so yeah, there you go. You found it first.
Okay. Can I scoot along? These are 5-foot squares, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So can I scoot along over this way, without like if I go along the wall without giving the ice cobra an attack of opportunity?
Yeah. If you went like here, you
Yeah.
went around the wall. Yeah,
Yeah, like
absolutely.
diagonal down. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then can I hold my attack action unless I'm attacked?
Sure. Absolutely.
Okay. I'll do that.
You kind of ready yourself up, scimitar in hand, and, like,
He's still
counter
alive.
spell in the other.
Also, that's what another thing I wanted to know. Does counter spell show any signs that spells were cast? Like, so when a spell is cast, it allows you to get like a whatever kind of action. to
Yeah,
shoot?
it kind of there's the gems that are on the side. They kind of light up and kind of almost like pulls your hand in the direction of where the spell is. That's
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay. That's good to know. All right, and then that's it.
These goblins are gonna move 60 feet away. Okay, move them all over here. They bouncing. Oh, they can go really far. I'm just gonna group them all up. While I'm moving these guys, of course, the dragon goes up next.
And then all of us who rolled 13.
And then
So
there's
loud.
Tyrion.
Period. Okay, that's all their turns. This lunar dragon is going to not happy with you, Z, with blowing his cover. He's going to make a reaches 5. Okay. He's gonna just try to attempt to bite out at you. 15 misses, and then kind of follows through with a hand swipe.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Z
Go
is
square zero.
Z's actually
Zero,
secretly
I
a
got you.
private investigator.
Gonna try to hit you with his claw now. 21 to hit.
That'll do me.
Okay, 9 points of damage, and he is going to. Going to make a couple movements here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Oh,
If I am allowed, I will absolutely take an attack of opportunity.
40. 45. Absolutely. And Tyrion, you can have one as well.
And poor good buddy.
what does it look like he's going?
He is now making his way. His eyes seem to be locked on Haleth now. Ooh, that hits.
So with Hunter's Mark being on Yak,
Yes.
I didn't transfer it.
Same. It's the same entity.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Because either way, it
you
wouldn't.
noticed that too. You're like, Okay, sweet.
Oh, shit, that's the wrong weapon. Ignore that. I clicked the wrong one.
Okay, you're okay.
Should have fucking went with that.
Damn it. And that's going to end the dragon's turn. Z, you're up.
Okie dokie. We are going to. With Dread Ambusher, we are going to.
Excuse me.
Take the attack. Okay. So I am going to start making my way. So I'm going to walk 5 feet. Obviously, I'm going to walk 10 feet. And I'm going to start first turn of each combat. You walk take the attack action. Turn you can take no additional weapon attack. So, since I have two attacks per action, Dread Ambusher says that when I take the attack action on my first combat of my first turn, I get an additional on top of that. So that would be
Right, so you
3
get 3.
attacks. Okay. So I'm going to make 2 attacks at Icy Cobra right here.
Okay.
So as I'm running through, I kind of look like.
Gotta remove your.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Effect. I gotcha.
Thank you, sir.
Just so it doesn't trigger.
I'm gonna come through looking like Link after you charge up his attack. Do the old Hyrule spin. So I'm gonna do 2 on the Ice Cobra number 2 here.
Got him with the first hit. 7 points of damage.
Second one.
Oh, that hits.
And then to the
Nice.
other one, I will use the third attack of that action, and I'll use my bonus action to use 2 weapon fighting.
Yep.
So I'll get 2 hits on this guy as well. Oh shit. Well, 1 miss.
That one just misses.
He's a slippery one.
That one hits. Yep. 7 points of damage. Nice. Kind of a flurry of blows almost.
100%. And that's I'm gonna stay posted up here, in front of Tyrion, just swords at the ready. Where's my dragon button? Bing.
Niklaus, you're up.
All right. With my gauntlet powered up, I will take a shot at the cobra that this guy's shooting at or hitting.
Okay.
13.
That'll hit.
And once per turn, I can pump an extra d6 into the damage with this, so plus 5 more damage.
5, okay.
And then I'll use my second attack on the same guy.
Oh, that one hits.
Oh, come on.
Jesus.
Oh, still
Let's
got him.
go.
Yeah.
And I will just take one step north, and that'll be it for me.
Alrighty. I'm going to attempt to move away from this guy. I'll go like right here. I don't know if he's gonna hit me with an attack of opportunity or not.
Oh, he's gonna try to. He's gonna try to swipe out at you.
I was thinking he might be focused on Haleth, but that's fine.
He's gonna try to get a claw action
I
on you.
can take it.
Rolls a natural 1.
Oh, that's good. He still almost hit me.
What?
You
Well, my
survived this
AC is only
time.
my AC is only 12. 4 more. I can't take it that well. I will also. Does this guy, the dragon, like seem like undead?
No.
No. Okay. Couldn't quite tell from the image and stuff like that. I will go ahead and give bardic inspiration to Haleth. And this time it'll like look different because it'll be almost like a small like star like comes off of my body and like floats over to him and starts orbiting him.
Oh, that's cool.
So he's got that, and I'll also give guidance to Niklaus.
Oh, guidance.
So why not? That will be my go.
Okay. Haleth is gonna look up at the dragon and be like, "My vengeance is not for you. Not let you stand in my way." And he's gonna make 2. Let's see, he's got multi-attack, 2 fist attacks. He's gonna fist this guy real quick.
Yes, Tiny
Stand
Goku.
by. Damn it, roll a 2. Damn it, roll a 15.
Oh.
Okay.
He's got bardic inspiration if he wants it.
Oh my god, hold on. Was it a D6 still? Or
Yeah,
D8
D6.
now? Oh,
Not yet.
okay. Shimona. Yes. Be a 20 to
And
hit.
then for my new thing, if you use it for an attack roll, it shatters and the dragon must make a con save or he'll take some extra damage
Oh, well, that fit for the
From,
second hit hurts.
from this thing.
Pinch. Hello.
Won't let me read it.
Oh yeah, that's true. But yeah, I haven't. It basically, depending on what people use the inspiration for, it does different extra things.
That's so cool. Okay, so he's gonna. You guys see as the second punch that Hal lets out, you see this star around him break, and then the star wraps around his hand and kind of swirls, and he punches into the dragon. There's this electric explosion that he already hit. Whoops. He's gonna deal 11 plus 5 points of lightning damage.
Yes.
So,
Yuji Itadori, give him that black flash.
right up. Oh, dude.
Oh, dude.
Itadori. Tyrion, you're up.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move to there, and then because it's all I can do. Swing with the mace. I hate everything.
11 misses. Ice Cobra 1 got swiped. He's gonna try to swipe back at you, Z, with a bite. 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Deal 6 points of damage. Roll a.
Oh shit, that's right.
Make a Constitution save.
Up.
Oh.
So, as he kind of bites into you, you take 3d8 ice damage. Okay, he rolled low. 7.
Okay.
Wait, 22? Okay. The other ice cobra is dead. 5, 10, 15. These guys are outie. These guys have scattered. Silver, you're up.
Right, we are going to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Run away. And then same thing, hold to see if we anybody within 5 feet of me gets attacked.
Okay. The
Niklaus,
Wizard Dragon is going to target Haleth. He's going to try to make a bite and a claw attack. Ooh, 7. Yes, 14 hits. Deals 10 points of damage as he bites into the side of Haleth and kind of rings him a bit, and then kind of follows up with this claw. That will hit. The dragon kind of looks around at the room, especially at some of you other folks, and kind of looks over at you, Z. He's like, "You will be next." Zendari does not get played a fool. The son of Yelgu, the doomed one. I will kill you all. Oh, that's his turn.
What was the
But
last
it's your
half of
turn.
what he said? It's echoing in
uh,
here. It definitely happens again.
Is it echoing?
No, I just
Oh,
I need you to say it again.
Oh, I know
Bounces
what you
off the
mean.
back wall.
Here, I'll put it in the chat box.
Thank you.
But Z, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna take 2 swings at the Ice Cobra Juan.
Okay.
Try to cut him off my arm here.
Oh, that one works. That one hits. 7 points of damage. You like, slash him the first time, and like you can see like part of his tail got lopped off, and kind of like hits the ground and shatters into ice, and kind of dissipates into nothing.
I'm gonna lift my arm up and try to hack him in half with the second swing.
Oh, that one hits. Damn. He is like hanging on by a thread. The bottom half of his body is cut off now and falls to the ground and also shatters, and then almost evaporates into nothingness, like a reverse flash freeze. And like so, you've got like a 2-foot section of this large cobra that's like attached to you, just like kind of like flopping around and like just not letting its grip up.
I'll use my bonus action for 2-weapon fighting. I'll put my scimitar like on my arm, like where his head is latched on, and I'm gonna try to like jab him
Shave him off.
Yeah, shave him right off.
Oh yeah, it hits. Oof. You kind of slice the top part of its head off as the bottom kind of like dislodges from your arm, and it falls and hits the ground and shatters. And the ice kind of just like slowly evaporates out as the head kind of does the same thing but like in the air.
Huge.
You're dead.
I'll point my
He's definitely not prone.
I'll point my bloodied scimitar back at the dragon. Purple eyes blazing. And I'll say, you will not have the chance. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And that'll do it.
Hey, Klaus?
I'll come out here into the middle of the room somewhere, and I'm gonna start blasting.
Oh. Anyway, I just started blasting.
Lightning launcher at the big dragon.
18 hits.
All right. And I will pump my extra d6 in here.
Okay.
Another 4 damage.
4.
And then I'll regain my balance and I'll shoot again. Oh,
Nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's 6 damage.
Sick.
I'm gonna actually back up a little bit more because I'm afraid of him. Like up here.
Oberon, you're up.
I will step just up here in case we need to run. And I'll pull out the wand of magic missile and I'll shoot a magic missile over at him.
Just one?
I need to see how many charges I have left. I'll do 2 charges worth.
Okay.
So it will be 4d4 plus 4 damage.
Okay.
That's 4d4.
14 damage. Nice. Just slam into him. 14. Okay.
And I guess I will give my last bardic to Z, closest to me. I'll send you a little star around you.
Oh yeah.
And that will be my go.
Haleth is just cracks his knuckles again and just tries to punch this motherfucker in the face. That'll hit. Dog shit damage. Secondary fist. Ooh, that hits.
Is that his fighting style? Secondary fist?
Ooh, that would be kind of badass. That'll end his turn. As the dragon is just... Tyrion, you're up.
Alright, so first off, I'm going to bonus action Healing Word Z. Oh shit, meant to do that as a 2nd level spell, so just throw another d4 in there.
Oh, nice.
That off. Oop, and then oop, I'm gonna move down 5 feet. Would you say this is flanking for me and Haleth now?
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm going to swing with the mace. Oh, son of a bitch!
Dude, did
I
you
saw
see
that 20.
That
Yeah,
20?
I'm gonna get robbed all fucking night.
The dice is like, I'm going to sleep.
I'm going home. I'm going home. Fuck this. I'm going.
Silver?
I'm
You're up.
going to check to see if anybody else is coming through this hallway.
From
behind
so you
us,
kind
yeah.
of behind you, you see now that the Goblin Market is almost a ghost town now. There's nobody out, not a soul.
Really?
They've
Did they,
scattered
like,
into the dungeon.
Did they like leave their wares or no?
It's just they left everything.
Really? Okay. Everything?
Everything's out there.
Oh my god.
You are welcome.
They seem like they got everything under control.
Yeah.
Yarr, motherfucker.
Can I do like one look back just to see that everything's not too bad?
Seems like it's going okay. The dragon seems occupied.
Yay. Yeah, I'll be quick. Bye.
No.
I just look wherever that gutter snot is. I want to get a 6-pack or maybe a couple of growlers.
Oh,
and that snobber
no.
gun.
Oh, okay. Make an investigation check.
Alright. But don't cut me, yay.
Pretty good. These stalls about a little bit further north of you as you kind of look around, and there's like random bullshit laying around at some people's stalls. There's one that has like a litany of different type of weapons and armors that are just, they look like they've been procured from not the best means, but you do see down there where there's like some a table and some barrels and stuff that are kind of stacked up of where the guy who sold you the elephant snot was.
Yo, yeah, big pot.
You trying to take some more?
Oh yeah, we gonna get some. We're gonna take some.
Yeah,
I'll
you
leave
take a
him some
moment.
though.
Yeah, you take a moment, and there's like a little crate of 6 bottles of the small kind of bottle of this elephant snot.
Hey, go. All right, I'll leave him a silver. My calling card.
Ooh. I'll add that to your inventory.
94 silver. Oh, 6-pack elephant schnat.
There you go. It weighs like, well, probably more than 0.25 pounds. Okay.
All right, and that's that. I mean, I assume that's probably gonna take.
Yeah, just looking around, running over, and being like, "Oh, great!" Filling your bag up.
Yay!
The dragon is going to take a step back. He's going to go like this. 25, 30. He's gonna let out this breath of cold that just kind of goes over Haleth and Z. So you guys need to make a Constitution saving throw. The DC is 15.
Not again with the Constitution. We the people.
Oh, dude, legend. Constitution saving throw for Haleth. Oh, you guys both saved.
Let's go.
So you take half a failed save. Or on you guys succeeded. Half as much damage, and your speed is not reduced. Okay. So I'm just gonna roll. I'm gonna not target him anymore. I'm just gonna roll the damage against nobody, and it will divide it by 2. So 15 points of damage.
So 7.
No, that's like that was already halved.
Oh, owie.
22, okay.
He's on the ground still, right? He's not flying.
Yeah, he kind of almost it's almost the height of this room makes it hard for him to even attempt to fly. He's still.
Is he smaller than the doorway? Or the entranceway?
He could, like, where you're standing is you get the idea he could probably squeeze through here. He can just lower his head and get through. But that will end his turn. Z, you're up. Kind of a little chilly now.
Well, that wasn't very nice. And I will. Let me see here. 5, 10. Oh, it's time to start. Time to start a walloping. 3 attacks with the old skemitars.
Oh, that'll hit.
Hunter's Mark is on him, so he's going to take an additional 1d6. So I'm going to re-up Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, add that back on.
There we go.
Ooh, nice.
12 points of damage. Second attack.
Oof. That'll hit. 20 to hit.
Huge.
Jeez.
12
Damn.
points. And the third. Oh.
Okay.
You have Bardic. If you
Oh.
want to use it.
Yes. What is the Bardic? Is it a
It's
D6?
a D6.
Huge.
I don't know what his AC is, but
I will use it for
could
my
have a
Me
chance.
neither.
use it for my attack roll. I added 2 to it.
What?
The Bardic Inspiration I rolled was a 2.
It didn't roll in the box. Doesn't count.
Oh, okay. Hup.
It's like rolling it off the table. That shit don't count.
How about a 6?
A 6.
Oh.
Ooh. Unfortunately, that does hit for him. Yep.
Oh, get wrecked. So what does the moat do on an attack roll?
So it will. He will need to make a con save, and then it will do the number you rolled. So 6 plus my roll, or no, just plus 6. Yeah, but he needs to make a con save against my DC.
You rolled a 17.
I think that passes. So it'll still burst, but it just won't do anything.
Got it.
And then it's him and any creatures I choose around him, but I'm not going to choose any of you guys to do it.
So I'll grab the little star floating around and I'll smash it in to the hilt of the scimitar. And up the side will just be this filigree. The etching that I wrote into it, or that I had engraved in it, will just glow up, and I will fucking stab it into him.
Ooh, 16. Nice.
And that will be my turn.
Klaus.
I'm going to
He is
stand.
like, you can see this like heavy breathing. As he's like.
I'm gonna try to aim over Z's shoulder because I don't really care if I hit him. And
The dragon's much taller than
that's fine.
Z.
I might be aiming a little low anyways. And I'm gonna shoot for him.
Okay.
25
That'll hit. Oh yeah.
plus a d6. Another 6 in there.
Nice. Another 6, huh?
And second shot. 23. And another 8.
You blast over. Slams into him. What exactly is a lightning launcher?
It's
Hold
hold
on.
on.
Klaus.
I want to make sure that I get this right. Yeah, so there's this gem on the top of my palm, and I'm just making sure it doesn't say exactly what it launches. I don't want to. It launches this like blue, like and white crackling energy, and it's like a lob. And it goes really slowly, and just as you think it's about to hit the ground, it just gets a little bit more air, and hits right into the boy.
Okay, slams at him. He's like, and you can see he's kind of like starting to sway, and he's just like, "You took him. You took him from us." And he's gonna fall on the ground and kind of shatter into ice. And then slowly chunks of him start to evaporate. Just like the ice cobras. not Z.
Huh. Oh. Oh, sad.
But we'll take a quick 15-20 minute break, and we'll come back and we'll pick up from there. Sound
Let's
good?
go. First dragon kill. What? Yeah,
Bring
absolutely.
some elephant schnoit.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yo.
Dude. All right, we'll be back in, what 8:30?
Yeah, ish.
Somewhere in there? All right.
That'd be
Yeah,
about-
ish. Yeah. Okay. So. Dragon wasn't able to do what he wanted to do, but that's okay. You guys have destroyed Dragon. But not before he announced naming himself as Zendari, being the son of Yelgu, the Doomed One. And his death was very similar to those who have been appeared to be afflicted by this ice curse you have encountered in your travels, which seems to have affected all the way down in this random offshoot dungeon. Does seem kind of odd. But nevertheless, we come up to what?
I'm just talking to me and my other personality. It's fine.
Fair enough. Come up back to the section now where there's a little bit of like this almost like low fog that's kind of hanging around. Interesting. Very kind of off-putting.
As he is evaporating, are there any, like, is his head still intact for the moment?
It's shattered.
Okay.
So he has fallen, kind of hit the ground, and it's kind of shattered into a bunch of pieces that are now kind of beginning to evaporate.
Can I try to break off two of his front fangs? I don't know if we're gonna stay around if all of them is evaporating, but
make a I'll say a nature check.
Copy on that. Because my nature is on point. So, 18. All right.
Not bad. You kind of there's a chunk of his like upper kind of quarter mouth that has kind of fallen to your feet, and you can kind of see other areas it's starting to kind of have that. It almost has a similar look to like dry ice, where there's like this like fog that's like just spilling out, and you reach down and you wrangle it, and you kind of stab your scimitar and try to snap it out, and one of the fangs kind of falls out and kind of rolls on the ground and has this very crystalline type sound that it makes on the stone floor. But there's a fang that kind of rolls out and you kind of snag it up.
Something to remember you by, you useless. I'm just gonna mutter to myself.
As Z's standing here playing around with the body of this dragon, as Tyrion kind of sheaths his mace and puts his shield on his back and his hands kind of come back around, he's gonna kind of like make a small hand motion in essentially 30 feet around me. There's gonna be like that light, like a small light flame that kind of flickers off the ground. I'm gonna cast Aura of Vitality. And then I'm gonna. So it's concentration for up to a minute. It's centered around me, and then I'm going to use the first charge on Z. So, or actually, I should be able to just do this.
I love you playing a cleric. This is beautiful. All of my dreams are coming true.
I hope this works the way I want it to. That's a 5, and you know it, game.
Yeah.
And then, because it also heals me.
Oh, yes.
So you give me that 5, which should have been a 1. I'm not questioning
Savage.
anything anymore. So I'll do that for now, and then after like a couple of minutes, I'm gonna hit Haleth with it. Essentially, I'm just gonna try to kind of heal up this little group right here.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah. Yep.
While he's doing that, can I go and grab? I don't know. I heard about a fang rolling around. Can I? I just want to throw some sort of icy speck into my tankard.
Ooh, yeah. So you go over there, and there's like quite a litany of these like chunky body parts of this dragon, and you go up and you kind of scoop one up, and that fits in your tankard, and
Bloop.
drop it in.
Yo, keep it forever cold, bro.
Mm.
Let's go.
Bitches love the Stanleys.
Love Stanley.
They love the Stanley.
And I
It's
check.
not insulate.
Can I check this north wall for hidden doors by where he was chilling when we came in?
Yeah, sure. Make an investigation check in that area. You kind of have to walk around this mound of pillows and stuff. Okay. Kind of run your hand along the wall. And when you're behind the section of pillows, you don't find anything in the wall, but you kind of happen to look back and you notice that there's a human hand that's kind of laid out, piled under like the pillows. Like you can see there's a hand just kind of poking out the back side of these pillows.
I'll kick some of them out of the way to try to uncover whatever's hiding.
And you see like an image of what you presume at one time was a living Yek, still with circlet on head.
Yoink circlet.
You take the circlet, and the magic leaves the corpse, as it's now just like this pretty like standard average looking goblin, just dead. But now you have that circlet.
Okay. Can I tell how long? Is it rotting or is it just
not
like
that thing. Here we go. Make a medicine check. 14. Seems. Quinn got trouble. Definitely decayed a bit. So, but not skeletal. So maybe a few weeks. Maybe if you were to like throw a rough estimate. I mean, like I don't know how many rotting, decomposing bodies you've encountered in your time, but I mean, it's definitely not super fresh.
right?
But yeah, you put that circlet in your bag.
I'll also take one of the nice pillows with me to sleep on later.
The moldy pillows.
They're moldy? Oh,
Mold-
never mind.
They're disgusting.
Oh, never
Yeah.
mind. I'm good.
Yeah, they're moldy. There's like rot in some of them. It's yeah.
Never
You
mind.
get the idea that it probably was able to cover up the smell of a decomposing corpse.
Fair. All right, I'm good.
Oberon.
Yeah, I wanted to go to Silver and just be like, hey, Silver, what exactly was going on in here before we stepped in and suddenly there was a dragon? I almost lost all of my money, or gave away.
Yeah, so, I guess we were coming here to save that guy. And then, Haleth came over, and turns out, if I gather right, he was an ex-party member that threw him in the grave. And, so he just, one-punch man this guy. And then, the guy got all pissed off.
Alice
because he
spits
killed
on
the
the
slave.
corpse. He kind of rolls his body over with his foot. Haleth does. And he goes, I think he has a... Check his body. He might have the map.
Yeah. Check the body for the map.
You know,
Investigate.
Haleth,
Huh?
I was just going to say, Haleth, that you could maybe try to give us a warning, like, of what you're doing or why, because, I mean, it obviously wasn't that much of a threat of this group, but if there's a bunch of dangerous people around, we could get injured.
So,
I'm just saying, subtlety can be valuable.
I was just laughing at Silver. Haleth kind of just turns and looks at you, and he's like, "It's just an urge I have. I can't control it. Must be done. It's like an instinct." He turns to you, Silver, and he's like, "Check his butt cheeks." And Silver, you end up locating the map that has been folded up into a really small square,
Oh no.
and it was been stored in the dwarf's butt cheeks for some time.
Of course it has. Oh god. All right. Well,
A good old prison pocket.
yeah, the old prison pocket. Do I even have do I have like a hand sanitizer or something?
I bet you there's enough alcohol content in that pig schnapps.
Yeah.
Dump
dude.
some of that out.
I
As
guess
he's saying this, can I cast Sacred Flame on his hand, but make it so it doesn't deal damage, just kind of burn off whatever nonsense is on his hands?
Say this again. I'm sorry.
So as Silver's asking if there's like anything around to like clean his hands, can I cast Sacred Flame on his hands, but make it so it doesn't deal any sort of like actual harm to him?
Like
just
really
enough,
quick. Just
just enough to kind of like burn off like whatever is
the
there.
germs. Sure.
Silver's
I'm
gonna
okay
kind of
with
like
that.
look, and then all of a sudden his hands are gonna get like this blue flame across him, and just as quick as it comes, it just kind of disappears.
Yay, the map is magic, as my butt cheek has told me. I had a feeling it was magic. It made me hands burn as soon as I opened it up here. Alright, let's take a look at this. I want to inspect. So this this be a map of magical means what tells you what's in this dungeon, eh?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the this map as you kind of unfold it.
Yes.
Found a wonderful copy online of what we can call the butt map.
Yay, the BM, okay.
I'll put it in info for campaign 3 as well. So that way it's stored there for you guys. So you guys can peruse that, as that's the map he has.
Yeah, we don't have it. You are here, we.
Yeah, do you,
Well,
Haleth, you know
well, this is the
where
map
we
of
might
the
be?
3rd level.
Yo,
Oh.
yay, the 3rd level, yay.
Yes.
And we're on level,
Oh, I see. There's a star there showing level 2. Ladder, it looks like, or
Right.
staircase at the top.
yo, level 2 goes up a ladder. So we gotta go down a ladder from here.
Butt
Butt
Incredible.
Dookie map.
map.
Straight up. The corner is stained brown.
Yo, wait.
Good thing you got that out of his cheeks quick, or else, you know,
Oh, yo, yay.
after, you know, voids his...
Yes, pals.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
But Haleth says, thank you. I don't get... It's hard to tell, but I don't believe there's anyone else on this level. I think they might have retreated to the 3rd level, Perhaps they moved on to Skullport.
Yeah, but they left all their crap in there. You know how much crap's in there still?
With you.
What do you mean? The goblins and stuff?
Yeah, all the marketers and the traders and all that. They left their junk in there. Yeah, you
Hearing
have a look for
Silver
yourself. They
say
just
that-
left all their crap.
Hearing Silver say the goblins left everything, Tyrion is just gonna kind of like quickly just start making his way out to go look around. He wants to see if there's any weapons laying about they left behind.
Why don't you guys make perception checks since you came out here?
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not looking for weapons. I'm looking for bedding or stuff like that to be so we can maybe sleep.
Oh my Jesus Christ!
Yo, who got this stained glass looking?
Oh, that's a me.
That's
Oh yeah, he's
nice.
fancy. Very cool.
Here you go. You can have a couple.
my.
Ooh.
48.
Yeah.
Silver,
Yeah.
as you kind of come out to go basically tell the party, like, yeah, everyone's gone. You look across the way on the other side of this giant kind of hall, and you kind of see a couple goblins, like, kind of poking their head out behind some of the stalls as they're kind of looking to see if the mayhem is kind of settled down.
Yeah, oh, you see them over there? The little goblins over there.
Well, I guess that's not too bad. I mean, they're just making their living down here, right? Or whatever they're doing.
Yeah, but it looks like maybe now if we went cruising through their wares, they'll know that the fighting's done and that we're just trying to scavenge. Just trying to, what is it called? Raid their, loot and all that.
I do think, in fairness, your mention of it being mostly junk earlier, I think, is pretty accurate. I don't know.
It do be mostly junk and some snot, but
Yeah.
One man's trash and all that.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I might as well. I'll call out loud and be like, "It's all good. Everything is fine now. There was a bit of a thing, and it's all good."
Kind of poke their heads up, and there's probably 10 of them that have stayed on the far side of the room by their stalls, and then one of them kind of skitters across the way and kind of looks down the far east hallway and kind of yells out, "Hey, come back, the coast is clear." But over the next minute or two, they're starting to kind of apprehensively start to filter back in, but kind of skittish, to say the least. One of the guys, the goblins, kind of comes up and walks over and kind of looks to who was talking to Cherry? I can't remember now for the life of me. Was it Uniklaus?
Yeah, it was me.
So he kind of eyes you and kind of walks up and he goes, "So, did you take care of our problem? Did you get the circle from him?"
Well, I took care of one problem, but that one problem took care of the other problem.
What do you mean?
The creature that we felled was not Yak. Yeah, that's his name. It was not Yak.
What do you mean? What was it?
It was some
Doppelganger
sort
or
of
something?
dragon, yeah, that was taking the form
What?
of Yak, but had killed Yak.
What? Bullshit. He kind of pushes out and goes in there and looks around and goes, "I don't see no body."
It was like an ice dragon, and it. Yeah.
Here,
Make
do you
a
want me to
charisma
show you
check.
what it looked like?
Yeah, it
Sure.
was.
I'll do illusion silent image spell.
Can I assist him? Can I give him assistance?
Yeah, you can assist Niklaus or
Yeah.
Oberon.
oh
would
well,
like
you
to-
can help. You can help Oberon or
Yeah, that's-
Niklaus or whoever.
I was gonna
Oberon,
help.
I'm gonna-
What's going
Niklaus
on?
with his persuasion. I was gonna give him advantage on his persuasion.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, perfect. So
Oh,
Oberon.
yeah, you should have seen this. Okay, well,
Oh.
never mind.
Oh,
Um,
Oh
kinda
yeah.
looks around, looks at the image that Oberon has up, and he's like, "All right, whatever." So, but where's Yek?
he's
Do you know where he is? Is he alive still?
no.
Oh,
His corpse is laying underneath the pillows up there.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's been some time, a couple weeks probably.
He was being kind of extra mean. It explains it. Might be why we wanted to kind of unseat him from his seat of, well, from his cushion of power. I suppose.
Were you
Good
okay
call.
with him, like, like a month ago?
Well,
And then,
yeah.
like a couple weeks ago, you're like, oh, this guy's being extra mean now.
Well, he wasn't being mean. He was just almost being too nice.
Oh,
I guess you know what?
so you had no problem with
That
Yak.
kind of checks. What? Oh no.
It was this dragon creature that you really had a problem with.
Oh no. Well, Yek was talking. Okay. We've been working on this frickin' auction thing for like 3 months, and then suddenly Yek talks about we need to get this and that. And totally changes what his mindset's on, and
Did he have like a room to himself where he kept his belongings we could check on and see if
oh,
Wait. What do you mean
Hold
he
on, hold
changed
on.
his mindset?
we're having a conversation over
I think
here.
that's a good point as well.
yeah.
AB conversation.
No.
I was helping you with that dragon thing. I think I could be part of it.
No,
100%.
So like, we originally wanted to like have this auction stage to like, I don't know, like bring livestock down here, sell magic type weapons in our adventures and our delves into the dungeon, and then one day it seemed like Yek just woke up and decided that hell no, we're gonna be trading people, we're gonna be taking like we're gonna go out to the surface and we're gonna start taking children and we're gonna bring them down here. And it was just very, I mean, like, that's the kind of stuff that occurred when I don't know, it just seems strange. Like when we were hanging out with the Xanathar's crew, they did some shady shit like that. But there's a reason why we left them. Didn't quite agree with it. We're trying to make an honest living down here, and then, I mean, a lot of the other goblins aren't exactly as wise as I am. So,
Understood.
they, they go along with it. I mean, where else are you gonna go?
So back to his room. Did he have a room?
Oh yeah, for sure. He had a room that he only him and his bugbears were allowed in.
Could we check that out?
Anybody got like did you find a key on his body, or anybody got like skills with like unlocking things or something? I guess.
Yeah, I got a key.
Yeah,
Alright,
he
come with me.
also have a key.
So Haleth is just kind of vibing in the center of this place. He's just kind of chilling, just staring off into the distance, just kind of waiting to be told where to go, what to do. But if you head up north in this larger kind of market hall space, you'll see that there's a doorway on the right. that's locked. It's past beyond the. I'll move you, JD, so you can kind of leads you there over there. And Oberon, you said, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That I forgot about that room.
Because it's where when you guys first
Came
came,
out
he
of.
left that room. Yeah.
Uh,
But
uh,
Cherry's like, so
yeah.
here you go. See,
Silver,
get it open.
did you have an actual key, Silver?
Yeah, I have a key.
I guess if you want to try that first,
Yeah, but this is a key what opens any lock once, so I don't know if this is the
Oh,
lock that we
okay.
wanna
Never
use.
mind. That's
It
fine
only
then.
opens one lock.
This might be a bit loud. I'm gonna cast knock on the door.
Like goes up to it and with your kind of cosmic type magic that your stuff puts off, Magnus, what does it look like when Oberon casts knock?
I think it's almost gonna be like similar to like when I've been giving out Bardic now, or of like it being like a little like mote of like light, but it's just gonna very gradually float very gently towards it, and then it's gonna make a sound that can be heard from 300 feet away or more.
It's like boom, and like there's like a second where like the whole goblin market's like, huh? And it's like silent, really, really silent for like 5 seconds. It's like hanging in there for a minute, and then they go back to their shit. But the door is kind of like, and then just whips open.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, just like that, huh?
I'm gonna stay.
Yeah,
in here.
well,
I don't, you guys have
only
fun.
so many times a day, and I think only works on certain stuff. But new thing I've been thinking of in my head, trying to do.
Yeah, so what kind of room we got looking here, Tim?
It's a decent sized room, but the weird thing is it's like. It's like it's kind of empty.
Yeah.
But it seems like a beginning stages of like a treasure type room. It contains a few things that are like literally you go in there and you're like it's kind of got this liminal space feel to it. It's all stone, the same color stone, very smooth and flat. And there's like these few things in here. You look over to the one side and there's this gruesome diorama featuring the stuffed corpses of a beholder and 6 goblins, all of them in battle poses and adorned with like custom jewelry. So kind of blinged out. There is a kind of this lower kind of sitting stone table, and on top of it rests an ivory chessboard, which seems to have every chess piece there. On the one wall you look, and there's this 9-foot tall, 3-foot wide framed painting of Yak. It depicts him like in his human form, standing proudly with his golden circlet on his head. And then there is kind of off to the other side. There's a kind of large, iron banded wooden chest. That has like kind of old school like iron rings for handles on the side.
Yay, come to Poppy.
Does it look like a place that he was like sleeping and staying, or just like kind of his?
This is like his little
Trophy room?
This is where I keep my shit.
Yeah.
Definitely, it seems like a beginnings of like a treasure room.
Guy had plans. He had some big
Yeah, like-
plans.
Yeah, he had a lot going on, and like the assumption that like maybe he was just gonna get started out. I've only been here for a few months, so like I mean the diorama alone is like super duper intricate, and then who knows how much money he spent to have this fucking painting made of him. I mean, it's 9 foot tall by 3 feet.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy, and it's really well done. It's like a really nice painting, but not sure what the value of that may even be. Like, it's nice.
I mean, it's not.
Can I check the painting out, like behind it and stuff?
Yeah. Make an investigation check. Niklaus is checking out the painting.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to that chest over there.
Okay. You kind of look around the back. There's like some type of signature on the back of the painter, but you can't even make out what length. It's kind of like almost like scribble. It's like kind of what you'd expect from a signature. Doesn't look familiar in your travels of anybody. But the back of it seems like it's a rather new painting. Like the canvas itself seems rather new. But yeah, nothing kind of strange about the painting. It seems like pretty straightforward. Silver, you waddle over to the chest. Head does not have a lock on it. You kick it open, and this sucker is filled with 2,000 silver pieces.
Yo.
So it is. Yuck.
Okay. Alright. So how do I get this in my bucket? Hey. That's probably gonna weigh a lot, isn't it?
I think I have gold and silver and copper weight turned off.
Oh, okay. We filled.
That's lame. That's lame. That's not
Let's
fun.
go. Oh, baby, Marv, help me, Marv.
Like you look at Marf and he's got like 3 silver pieces floating in his body, and he just gives you 2 thumbs up.
Oh.
Oberon, while they're looking at that, you seems like the diorama just seems like absurd. There's like
How
jewelry
big
on
is it?
some of. Dude, it's huge. It's got like this large
Okay.
beholder that's been like taxed.
Like life size?
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. But you go up to it and you kind of look around a bit. Make an investigation check.
Sure. And I will give myself guidance to add a D4.
Bro, I wish I could guide myself in real life.
Bruh, same.
Oh. Plus
Roll D4.
4.
22.
Ooh.
The jewelry all seems like really nice. They're probably worth around. There's about 15 pieces of like costume type jewelry, but they do seem nice quality. About like maybe like 1 gold piece a pop is probably how much they're worth. If you want to take like the jewelry, but
Sure.
one of the goblins has a kind of like reaching out with like a wooden sword, fighting the beholder, is like wearing like a shoulder bag that has like stitching of almost like an Aztec like face on it. That seems odd, like an odd placement for the item.
Yeah, I'll pick that up and see if it's
Okay.
got anything.
Where are we? This thing. You looking inside the bag?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you open it up, you don't see anything in there. It's just a black pit.
Huh. Okay. I will actually let me see how this works. Well, I guess it'll be loud again. I'm gonna use the wand of pyrotechnics to make a burst of light, and it'll also make a loud crackling noise briefly. But I'll just kind of like point it like kind of inside the bag so it like lights in there.
It's almost like this. You try to light up the space in there, and it's just like this void. Like it's not like it's just like a void now. Like no light kind of shines on anything. It seems to be like some sort of other dimensional space inside the bag.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take that fully off of the figure there and bring it down.
Okay. I will put bag in your inventory. It's called bag.
Very good.
It's called bag. And then there's the only other thing left in this room is just a random stone table that has like this chessboard on it.
I mean, I'll check it out if no one else is. I'm also gonna kind of turn back to the group and be like, so are we planning on resting here or on this floor in general, or are we heading down to the next floor?
Yeah, I would like to take a rest if we can.
I would also, in terms of magic, I'm pretty tapped at the moment. And, well, considering this room has a lock, it might be a decent place to rest.
I see your point, and I catch
Although
your meaning.
the figurines might be a bit creepy when we wake up.
Yeah, we can like throw them out in the hallway.
Yeah, that's we could probably do that. But yeah, what does everyone else think? Everyone good with staying here? Haleth, are you all right as well?
You're talking to Haleth now, who's like chilling out in the
Well,
main
I was
space?
talking to just kind of everyone. If like,
Oh,
I'm fine with it. I don't mind at all.
I could use a rest myself. My magic is tapped out.
Haleth is like, it might not hurt to take a breather. Give me a moment to sense the space we are in.
yeah, sure.
Cherry comes out to kind of meet up with you guys. He's like, you guys are cool to chill and hang out for a bit. I'm cool with it. Yeah, just vibing. I mean, you take whatever you want from his hoard of treasure. He bragged about it all the time.
Who is set to be taking over here?
I don't know if we're gonna. I guess it just. I don't know. I don't really know. I'll be honest.
I mean, you guys could maybe set up some sort of like council or something, so it's a bit more even, something like that.
What's a council? What's that do?
Maybe it's a bit complicated. Maybe you could have multiple leaders that like work together.
More than one boss or something.
Yeah.
You know, Jake's dad used to be like high up on the rung, and wasn't a couple weeks ago that he was killed somewhere in the dungeon. We don't really know. He went hunting out with Yek. Maybe he should succeed and be one of the leaders. If he wants
Oh, you
to,
mean
I don't
Jack?
really know. Jake,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
My bad.
Yeah,
That's-
you jiggly jack, don't talk back and all.
But yeah, I'm sure we'll have to have some sort of meeting, talk to the group, figure out what we're gonna do. I mean, Yak didn't really do much for the group as a whole for a while now, so we were kind of just doing our own thing. We lost about 20 different goblins just to random bits and delves here and there within the dungeon. But in the meantime, I heard your friend, what was it, Oberon? I don't know. There's a. I'm sure if you ask the, I can probably get you some bed rolls if that's what you're looking for. Some sleeping things. We totally got legitimately.
Oh,
Yeah,
you mean you
yeah.
stole them? That's fine.
No.
Yeah.
Steal them. We come across somebody who's not using it at that point in time, and they are no longer upright. They are without blood or as much blood as they need to have it. And we're gonna let it go to waste? Hell no. Bring it here and sell it for profit. We don't
Yeah, fair
defile the
enough.
corpses. It's weird.
But yeah, I mean, we'll take if you have any decent stuff that's.
Decent. Kind of a stretch, but they'll suffice.
Yeah, I just no bugs in them and where it'll be fine.
No promises.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
figured that was
A lot of spiders around these parts.
Do you think any of your group would want like this giant stuffed beholder or anything?
He kind of comes in the room, because he was like staying out of there. He's like, I don't want nothing to do with it. He comes in, he's like, holy shit. Because the beholder diorama is probably about like 3 or 4 foot wide, which is pretty fucking big.
Mhm.
And he's like, that's fucking weird. What is it?
I mean, if you mean what it's used for, I don't really know. If I it's just his
I meant,
little trophies.
well, I meant like that creature. What is it?
Oh,
Do you know?
beholder. I mean, I don't know where it would have been
Weird.
from or why he would have it here, but
That is very odd. That is very strange.
Yeah, very strange.
I've never seen one before. It looks gross. No, we'll probably just leave it in here.
all right.
You want it? Be my guest. Take it with you.
I think it'll be a bit outside of our means at the moment.
Oh, really? Okay. Well,
But
you know what you guys can do? You guys can just use this room as a place to rest up. Right? Not much in here.
yeah,
The
that's
sky was
kind of the
loaded.
plan. We'll probably just rest in here.
Okay. I'm gonna go check in on some of the other gobbies. Ask them, check in on the kids, make sure everything's okay. Thanks for what you did. We don't really have much to give, but except whatever Yek had left over, that asshole. All right.
Cherry, I'm gonna follow you out. Can I have a word?
Oh yeah, come with me. Come on. Yeah, let's go.
100%.
What a day, huh?
Oh yeah, it's been pretty crazy.
Well, all we wanted to do was have him take the friggin' circlet off his head and friggin' suddenly as a dragon or something, allegedly. Wild.
Yes. More than happy to take care of whatever the issue was, but I just want to be.
Yeah.
I just want to be absolutely clear.
Yeah.
You will not be circulating or purchasing or selling any sort of slaves through here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm confused.
I just want to make sure.
Well, now that Yek's gone, we don't have to do whatever he says.
Okay.
To do what we want. We just want to live, not be bothered.
Okay.
Get some loot, go adventuring, make some money. Perhaps make a name for ourselves.
What do you call yourselves? Do you have any sort of faction name or?
Not really. There's only about like 50 of us here.
Do you have any affiliation with the ones on level 2?
Who? Oh, the Zenithar assholes? Hell no.
Hmm. Huh.
Fuck those dicks.
All right. Well, I will.
Scumbags. Why? You know them?
I mean, we ran into them. They were running from.
Oh, hopefully we
hiding.
put a knife in their back.
Well, they were hiding
Great.
from some Grick.
Serves them right.
I would like to explore that further, but yes, I just wanted to make sure that everything is copacetic, and as long as you guys
unless
are.
the price is right, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just messing with you.
You almost got me. You almost got me.
Well, like, I believe in free will.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't appreciate being bought and sold.
I'm glad
I'd like
that we
to do
have.
whatever I want to.
I'm glad that we have an understanding. I will
Okay. I'm glad to convince you that slavery is bad. That's
trust
good that
me.
we've had this discussion.
You
and
do not
You
have
have
to.
turned over a new leaf, Purple Man.
What?
You have discovered. You've discovered what it's like to live under a mountain, and where there's not a lot of food to go around, and life is short. So I'm glad you had this learning moment. It's very good.
Sure, absolutely.
Yes, good for you. I appreciate it.
I'll make sure to
You'll be
get.
somebody someday.
I'll make sure to get the word out about your faction. Get some people down here.
Oh, sweet. Hell yeah.
I will
Um.
I will bid him adieu,
Okay.
and I will
Yeah.
walk back into the room. Just hard roll of the eyes.
It's not very sharp.
And I will
Like
I will
most goblins.
yes, I will find a nice quiet corner, and I'm going to pull out the book that I was given by, where is he at? Kellum. And I'm gonna read through it and thumb through it and study it a little bit.
All right. Why don't you attempt to make a Arcana check?
Oh, natural 20, baby! Let's go for a 20.
Nice. A good chunk of this book has, I would say, about 25% of the book in the back is empty pages. In the front section of this book, it's a lot of different types of notes made in common, and just has different images, glyphs, things like that that seem to elude you as your skill set doesn't really lend itself to these types of magics, but you do discern it's some type of spell book. It just doesn't really do you any good. It's like a picture book, has scribblings and mad speech of things that doesn't make any sense to you.
Got it.
But you figure that hey, you might be able to turn it for profit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spend a good chunk of our long rest just trying to glean what information I can from it.
Okay. 20. You get the sense that a lot of the little almost notes that are made, like cliff notes that are put into this book, that whoever this book at some point belonged to was not a good person, just based on different skulls drawn and just very dark notes being made in this book. It seems to be had some use, but it's not an old spell book by any means. But you get whoever this belonged to is probably best it's not in their hands anymore. But this was already stolen once before.
Mm-hmm.
Almost this has different pictures of hands drawn, handprints, and then flames coming around it and shit like that, and it's different drawings of crackling lightning and shit. But you kind of focus on that. That a silver.
Yeah.
What are you doing before y'all take a long rest?
Yeah, you would like to work on integrating my integrating the circlet that I received from a statue into my tricorn hat. I would like to modify my tricorn hat to be able to put the
Yeah.
to have it be a part of the ship, part of the crew.
You kind of mess around with it a little bit and kind of like have to like remold the tricorn where like the center is that rests on your head a little bit, change the shape of it just a hair, but that circlet kind of rests within there.
Yeah,
And it looks pretty decent, like
How do we look?
It's like
we looking good or what?
it's a gold, so it always looks good. Gold always
Yeah, Marv, look at us. Look how far we've come.
Well, I think I showed you what it looked like before, but this is what it looks like. So it does. Imagine this just being like in the center of your tricorn. It looks pretty cool.
Yay! Looking hella cool.
But did you want to during the long rest do your infusions?
Yeah. So I thought that. Okay, so is that something I do before or after the long rest?
This is after. I mean, like, well, it's
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to do the ranged infusion on my pistol and the sword infusion on my scimitar.
beautiful. So.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think I can only do one at a time. I think I can do one at a time, but I can have two active at any time. So, I'll just do the scimitar then.
I think you can do all of them in one rest. I think
Yeah.
it's just
Hold on, let me look at this infusion. You gain the ability to be when you gain this feature, pick the okay. Whenever you finish long, you can touch a non-magical object and imbue it with your artificer fusions, turning it into a magic item.
You can infuse more than one non-magical object at the end of a long rest. The maximum number of objects appears in the column on your table, so you can do as many as you want to. So you can like,
So I
let's say
have
you
two
want to
active.
like change them all out because you know you're going to be going into a certain situation. You can do that. So you wanted the ranged one.
So I have the ranged one and the so it's like enhanced weapon. And then it was like hold on.
Repeating shot.
Yeah, it was repeating shot.
Magic.
Yeah.
And it ignores the loading property, which is cool.
Yeah, if I ever load it, and then as well, it'll like make a magical ammunition. So like if the weapon lacks ammunition, it produces its own.
Yeah, that's cool. So you're basically getting a bonus to your rolls. So I'm gonna edit that for you.
I can't see myself changing that for a while.
Yeah, 2 to that, and then that'll be 4. Okay, cool. Got the bonus on your damage, got bonus to your rolls for your gun, and then you're also doing enhanced weapon, yeah?
Yeah, on my shimmy.
Scimitar. So then properties. Now it's also magic. That's cool to edit. +1 bonus tool. Sick. That's actually really cool. Awesome. You are good. Both your scimitar and your counter spell have been updated.
Hey, nice. Let's go.
So that's what you spend. I mean, obviously resting up, and then what would you like to do, Tyrion? Seems like folks are kind of like, all right, let's just take a breather and just vibe.
Yeah, like I said, Terry's just kind of seeing if there's like any sort of like weapons just kind of laying about or anything for like sale. So even anything maybe.
Oh
just
yeah,
buy.
you get the vibe that like the bazaar just kind of just runs. It just doesn't ever really shut down. They're always kind of doing stuff, and as you're out there, you notice there's like some random like rapscallions that come through, like different types of not rapscallions. There's different people. It's not just goblins now. It seems like here and there, folks roam through this way and stop in. But what are you looking for specifically?
Honestly, I'm not really sure. I was kind of hoping it'd be some sort of like maybe something that didn't look like it was on the verge of a hit. It would shatter for a weapon, but
You're looking for like a shitty weapon?
no, I was hoping to find something that
Oh.
wasn't shitty.
Oh, okay. I'm like, what? I was so
Just,
confused.
you said all like the bugbears were holding stuff that like was already like rusted and everything.
Well, it just they like they didn't really take care of their weaponry, and that was like the bugbear stuff. But there is a person who's a Gabi, that's working on some. Where the fuck is this? They're not like a entry for this. Oh, here we go. They have. Da-da-da. Yay. 5. They have weapons. There's a person that has weapons, and you're looking. They have a slew of all types of weapons. It's almost like whatever you would like to try to find. You could probably locate. There's a lot of different vendors here, we can call them, and there's a litany of stuff. And I'm sure if it wasn't displayed, that you could probably inquire about it, and I'm sure they could probably locate it for you. Probably not anything magical, but definitely base weaponry is they can procure or locate quickly for you.
Okay. Unfortunately, kind of locked into what I can use. Yeah, Tyrion will just kind of take a couple of minutes just to like look over and not really finding anything that catches his eyes, to kind of regroup with the rest of the group.
Okay. Niklaus, what were you doing? Did I already ask you?
No, but I'm gonna check this room for trap walls, trap doors, trap ceilings, trap
See,
traps.
now you're thinking like we're in a dungeon. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Appreciate that. Make an investigation check. Not that anyone else is. I'm just saying. Be very useful as we get deeper into this.
Yes, sir.
17. You kind of peruse around the room. These walls all seem very solid. It doesn't seem like there's anything that sticks out as odd, which is strange. This is weird. This room was mainly empty, and it's like, what the fuck? What is this? But you don't find any traps or any kind of hidden doorways or anything. Seems relatively clear.
Okay.
Well, it does seem clear. Not relatively. Seems clear.
Okay.
Oberon's stepping away. Silver did his thing. So, while it's a bit of commotion that you can hear out in the other space, out in the market, the bazaar, you guys are able to close the door, and actually, it's like a stone door. So like, close it up, and it cuts off a lot of that sound. Kind of gives you guys a space to kind of hang out and just recoup just with your own party here. Oops, the hell's going on there? Oh, the door's closed, isn't it? It is. Haleth comes and stands by the wall next to the closed door. He just kind of stands there, just like kind of looking, arms crossed, staring at the ground, just almost like in a like an idle state. He's just kind of contemplating. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. It'll be like not even a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay, doggy.
Take care of something quick.
Okay.
Sorry.
Very well.
Very well. You're sounding like Callis. Good, good. Come. Hubba dubba 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 dubba. So, yeah, we in a spooky ass dungeon. Rod's like, I've seen better.
I've been spookier.
God.
I mean, they got a market in here. It can't be that spooky.
I mean, it is also only level 3.
Are we on? I thought we were on level 2.
We're on level 2.
Yeah, because the map we got is for the next level.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. You are correct, good sirs.
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's a whole section called Dragons. Know where we're going.
Oberon, you take a moment to detect magic in this room. Nothing is magical except the items that folks have on them, as well as the bag you have. And then after that lights up, take that time to identify the bag of holding.
Very good.
Well, I will identify this for you. That's in there. So now it's in your possession.
Yeah, I'll let people know that. I assume a bag of holding is common enough where most people would know what that is.
It has a different design, and there have been plenty of instances where other folks and people like to stylize bags as bags of holding. It's in that same kind
Right.
of, and they vary. It's just doesn't exactly have to be that look, but this one itself has more of an Aztec theme to it, where it's like hard edges. It kind of, I don't know if anyone here has played Monster Hunter, but it has that kind of thematic to it, where it's got like these really hard kind of curves and angles and stuff too, which is cool.
Interesting.
But it's pretty cool. I mean, it's bag holding, so Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
If it looks
Very.
anything like the food in that game, it probably looks exquisite.
Oh, I know.
Accurate.
But yeah, the long rest goes by quickly, perhaps more quicker than folks would desire. Nick Klaus, as you're kind of sitting in this space, resting up and kind of taking a moment to kind of think about your adventure and where it's headed, your dream kind of drifts into this strange, almost like this darkened room. It's like a half dome. It's like a dome that kind of you're in. So you're like in this half kind of sphere space. It's large, probably about 500 feet in diameter. And you kind of look around in your dream, and you don't really. It's all kind of this. It's not quite pitch black, but it's as close to pure black as you can get, where it's kind of disorienting. And there's you turn around and you look, and there seems to be nothing. You turn around again, and there's this pedestal that's maybe about 100 feet away, with something that's kind of floating in space on this like pedestal that's maybe 4 feet tall.
I'll begin to approach it.
Okay. You kind of take a few steps, and you're continuing to walk, and it seems to be keeping the same distance away from you. And it's almost like It feels as though you're walking in the same spot, almost as if like gliding on ice, but just walking.
Try to speed up a little bit.
You go kind of pick up pace, and you begin to kind of jog, and it still seems like it just keeps its distance away from you. It's almost like this pedestal is continually moving, and the dome seems to not. You seem to be making no progress in the dome, and there's this deep voice that kind of fills this large kind of darkened dome that you hear just kind of descend down upon you. Blood.
I'll look up and try to see if there's anything up there where it came from.
Nope. You look up, nothing there.
Do I have my typical equipment on me? Or am
I mean, you look down and it seems like you got your armor in your bag.
I'll grab the knife of devotion.
You go to kind of grab it off your hip, and it's not there.
Reach in my bag for something sharp.
Okay. Let's see. So you reach into your bag and you rummage through and you find you're looking for anything that's sharp, and you find you have a couple options. You've got some pitons you have, which are things to hammer in, or you also have your set of thieves' tools, which would have like your picks and things of that nature.
I think I'm gonna abandon that. I'm going to look at my forearm and just try to take a bite out of it.
Your
Or like
forearm?
bite into it, yeah.
Okay. So you kind of like bite into your forearm, and there's this blood trickling down. Is this the arm where your gauntlet is? And yeah,
I was trying to think which arm is which. Yes.
so it begins to kind of trickle down, and the blood kind of almost takes on a life of its own, where it's like this almost moves and kinds of fills in the cracks and the seams of your gauntlet, and like covers over some of the gems that you have on there. And the voice says, "Reach for the blade."
I will follow instructions.
Okay. So what are you gonna do?
Reach down to my hip, try to grab.
It's not
the
there.
blade.
It's still on the
Oh.
pedestal.
I'm going to reach out, standing where I am. Reach out for the blade.
You kind of focus for a moment, and it like comes, and you catch it, and it has this momentum. You can see that as it lands in your hand with the gauntlet, the blood kind of goes from the gauntlet and then fills into the blade. And then as you're looking at it, there's this really red glow that's behind you, and there's you notice that the ground that you're standing on is more of like this stone pattern. It's got very fine and lightly engraved, inlaid different style of stone, where it's this dark gray stone with other slightly lighter stone that has all these intricate tiles. And there's like, you can just see your shadow as there's something that's this reddish blood orange that's kind of like, it's almost like there's a ball of light just behind you.
I don't know. I don't even know what I would do. Just frozen for a minute, and then I'll lean down and try to touch the image.
Of your shadow?
Yeah. Well, if there's a glow,
like,
right?
Well, you're standing there in this
Yeah.
dark space, and it's almost like there's a spotlight behind you, and there's this red
I'll
Like
try to
there's
turn around and look for the
something.
spotlight.
Okay. Um, you kind of turn around, and you see these two large red eyes that are like on the side of this half dome that just blink, and then the light goes out and comes back up and stares at you. Um, and the question kind of echoes, what are your thoughts on the undead?
Unnatural? Cruel?
The the room begins to kind of tremble a bit, and there's little specks of dirt and little pebbles that fall from the ceiling of this dome that kind of fall around you. And this voice sounds very familiar. Um, it sounds like the same voice you heard when you took and grabbed this blade. Um, and it just voice says to you, "Do you accept this charge to take care of the undead? Obsess over it. Make it your mission, and I will provide you power."
Power isn't necessarily what I seek, but it may lead me there.
What is it you desire?
A feeling of completion? V- Maybe not vengeance, but answers.
I may be able to provide those to you in time, but there is a cost. This is the first payment.
I'll look down at the blade in my hands, the blood still coursing through the gauntlet, and I'll raise it up to the eyes. We'll accept your charges.
Um, the eyes kind of dim and fade out, and that's you're sitting there in darkness for a moment. Then there's a distant glow, almost like a small flame that's slowly getting larger and larger and larger. And as it approaches you and gets closer, it's about 50 feet away, and it's only about a foot tall, maybe 2 feet. And it's some sort of flaming creature. And as it gets closer to you, it splits off into about a half a dozen of them. It's about six of these flaming, small, four-legged creatures walk up. They get about 50 feet away from you, and you kind of realize that these are foxes, except half of the, like, split down straight in the middle is just like a skeletal version of itself, and the other side is flaming. And they begin to encircle you, and they kind of slowly um, they slowly begin to walk, and then in an instant they all jump, and you kind of instinctually raise your arm to kind of fend them off, and all six of them bite into your arm. So you have six of these fiery undead type foxes that kind of bite in, and there's this searing pain. And that's when you wake up, and you're in this room, and everyone else is kind of asleep. And you kind of jolt up, and you look over, and you can see Haleth is just still sitting there, just looking at the ground, doesn't even pay you any mind. Um, and you pull up your sleeve, and you see now that there's all these bite marks on your arm that have been seared that look like they've been there forever. And there's these different runes that are written in that interconnect them. And that's what will end tonight's session. Unless anybody wants to do anything.
She
Bruh.
Kitsune out here.
Oh, bro. What the hell, bro?
I'm down with it. I'm here for it. We're here for it across the board. What a
I assume
vibe.
it's I'll message you, JD. We can
Okay.
talk for a second.
Yes.
Yeah, is there anything anyone else wants to do or achieve or do before we end tonight's session? Because next week we can pick up in the morning here, and you guys can set out in your next section of travel in the dungeon.
Yes.
Alright,
I
gang.
don't
Alright, gang.
think so. I think I'm Gucci down to the socks.
I am good.
I
All
think.
right.
I'm gonna double check my inventory, but I think.
Sweet. Kind of an interesting session. Kind of went different than probably Patrick thought.
Listen,
Curveball.
listen. We
stuff from like.
we stopped the slave trade. That's all I care about.
Yeah,
That's
we
all it
didn't
matters.
massacre all of the goblins.
That is correct. That is correct.
Well, there's
I'm glad to
a
see
little
that
bit
they
of
were
stuff.
all not in the same boat as homeboy.
Hey, sentient life matters, and they think.
I don't know,
think
man.
Some of the conversations that were had, I think, maybe had a little bit of an impact and an impression.
Good, because if it happens again, I'll come back with that tooth and I'll slaughter every one of them.
But yeah, thanks for coming this week. We had the whole crew.
Heck yeah,
Did
dude.
a little bit of combat. Got a little bit of an interesting kind of. Hopefully, threw you guys off with a little bit of a throwback to like episode chapter like 2
Yeah,
or
we
3.
got snakes.
That's what's up.
Ice.
Mm-hmm.
The numbing plague has seemed to have found its way here, and seems to be something that's tied to this dragon, but unsure of what that entails.
I love how it's all tying together. This is beautiful.
So
It's a masterpiece. Love it.
hell yes, we'll catch everybody next week.
Sure will. As always, say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
See ya.